Pixel? What kind of name is that? How many pixels does this phone have? One? Hi guys, Max from HighOnAndroid.com, where we get on Android every day. Anyway, today we're gonna go ahead and do a full review of the Pixel and Pixel XL. Let's go ahead and do this, baby. The Google Pixel smartphones are Google's first attempt at a premium flagship. Google has even changed its name from Nexus to Pixel, clearly distinguishing its new line of smartphones. Both Pixel and Pixel XL feature 12.3 megapixel back camera, 8 megapixel front camera, back fingerprint sensor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 821, 4 gigs of RAM, USB Type-C, 3.5mm headphone jack, yes that's right Apple users, storage of 32 or 128 gigs, and virtual reality through its new Daydream VR headset. And if you pre-ordered your Pixel phone like me, you could get the VR headset for free. The only real difference between Pixel and Pixel XL are its display sizes and battery capacity. The Pixel has 5-inch 1080p versus Pixel XL's 5.5-inch 1440p, and Pixel's 2770 mAh versus XL's 3450 mAh battery size. If you like bigger sized phones with higher resolution, Pixel XL is definitely the choice, while Pixel is also an excellent choice for those of you who prefer smaller phones. Battery size is much smaller on the regular Pixel, but in our HighOnAndroid SOT test, both phones get great battery life of 8+ hours, and the smaller Pixel actually has a slightly longer battery life. The Pixel and the Pixel XL are probably the most solid phones I've ever held. Made out of all metal unibody, it feels really rock solid. Now check out JerryRigEverything's bend test video and you will see this phone is literally Iron Man when it comes to build quality. The design is sort of odd with half glass design on the back and also big bezels on the front. I'm not really a fan of the design, but it is definitely the strongest phone I've ever held. Display on the Pixel phones are super sharp and bright with its AMOLED display. The 1080p for Pixel's 5-inch screen is just perfect and will prolong your battery life, while the 1440p is excellent for much larger 5.5-inch Pixel XL. Viewing angles are great, and if you're used to Galaxy smartphones, you will love Pixel's excellent screens. Performance is excellent on the Pixel phones with its stock Android 7.1 Nougat. Google has steadily improved performance over the years with updates of its OS, and performance is certainly deafening in my opinion. Never mind smooth performance in UI, games, and app switching. Pure Google OS also means no third-party lags and pure raw performance that Google intended for Android. Of course, Pixel phones have the latest Android OS with the 7.1 Nougat, and for those of you who want the quickest firmware updates, there's nothing better than Google phones. Even when Google stops updating in a few years, you will still be able to update to the latest OS easily with custom ROMs. And yes, Google phones are mostly easily customizable phones in the world, as you can root and install custom ROMs to add new features. If you want a phone that has easy root and custom ROM support, this is definitely the way to go. While stock Pixel phones appear to be without many software features, you can easily tweak and add a ton of features using custom ROMs. I do have a tutorial on how to root Pixel. Definitely check that out. I'll put that in the description below. Pixel phones also feature Google Assistant, which is a sexy virtual assistant that will help you get things done. And this also can be activated with voice, whether your phone is off or on. Okay, Google, sing me happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Camera on the Pixel is probably the best overall smartphone camera to come out this year. Pixel overthrows the Galaxy S7 Edge in DxOMark rating. First, its low light performance is simply the best with added EIS gyro stabilization. 4K video recording is also the best I've tried. Google also offers unlimited cloud storage for all of your photos and videos in original resolution with Google Photo. This means that you can take 100 terabytes of photos and 4K videos in the next year. All of your original files will be stored free for life on Google Photo. It is also really easy to sync your photos and videos to Google Photo, then delete them off your device to free up storage. So long as you have good internet Wi-Fi, you can essentially store all your photos, videos on Google Photo Cloud. But Max, I don't want to spend more than $500 on a new smartphone. Well, if you don't want to spend the money on new Pixel phones, there's a very good alternative. Last year's Nexus 6P has pretty much identical photo skills as the Pixel phones. Now, while Pixel phones are the best smartphone camera in the market, the still camera is actually nearly identical. I think it's identical, whether in low light, whether in bright light. The dynamic range is exactly the same. If you have both of these phones, you know what I'm talking about. Now, the only real difference is that the Pixel has stabilizations with 4K. EIS gyro works really well. This has zero stabilization. Now, Black Friday is around the corner. If you can pick this one up for like $250 and also get a gimbal, like get a Feiyu G4 Pro gimbal for like $300, that's a total of $550, and you would still have like $300 left over versus buying a Pixel XL. Now, the good thing with that route is that you will be able to use your gimbal even after you upgrade your phone years after. If you absolutely don't need the Snapdragon 821 processor and better battery life, you may be better off getting the 6P. Battery life is excelente on Pixel phones. Both phones got over 8 hours on our HighOnAndroid SOT screen on time test, although not as long as Galaxy S7 Edge. With Pixel's efficient AMOLED screen coupled with more efficient Snapdragon 821, you'll be able to get all-day battery life no problemo. This is certainly one of the best battery life you'll find on a 2016 flagship smartphone. Pixel phones are also Google's first ever virtual reality enabled smartphones that support Google's Daydream VR out of the box. While it's not polished as Samsung's Gear VR, there's only a handful of apps. It comes with a 3-axis controller that adds a whole another dimension to virtual reality, and a ton of apps should be available in the next few months. If you want the latest Google VR, this is definitely the phone to get, and you will be one of the first to experience Google's new features with virtual reality. Now, what's missing with the Pixel phones? You may want to know this before you buy these. First off, there is no microSD card storage. Now, if you have bad internet, you just simply can't get good Wi-Fi, you may not be able to take advantage of the unlimited Google storage. Microphone while video recording is abysmally bad. It's one of the worst I've actually used. If you want to make videos in any kind of wind, any kind of background noise, there's absolutely no background noise filter whatsoever. It's just gonna sound horrible on the Pixels. Pixel phones also are not waterproof and also do not have wireless charging. I would imagine it would have at least one of those. Alright, Pixel does have problems with lens flare halo effect when shooting towards bright light sources. Now, this is not gonna happen all the time. Personally, it only really happened to me 1 out of 10 times. So long as you avoid shooting into bright light, it should be okay. But Google should really address this problem and fix this hardware lens flaw in their second update. I'm sure they will fix it on the second edition of Pixel, so you may want to wait out for that. Overall, Pixel smartphones prove to be indeed very premium phones that are worth every penny. With the best camera on the market, with excellent battery life and the latest Android 7.1 Nougat, the Pixel and Pixel XL are certainly excellent choices for those of you who prefer Google's pure Android experience, along with fast fingerprint sensor and an excellent build quality that is tough and built to last. While lacking in features, Pixel does make up for it in its excellent camera ability, unlimited storage of photos and videos, and sexy Google Assistant. While you could buy something else with more features, Pixel phones may just be perfect for those of you who don't mind paying a premium for the latest and greatest Google phone. With that said, if I had $700-800, I would probably just buy last year's Nexus 6P on Black Friday for $250, buy a nice smartphone gimbal for $300. I would still have a few $100 so I can get higher on Android. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up for me. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Periscope. And as always, stay on Android.
Click here to subscribe.